But the Chinese president has warned that Beijing will not allow Taiwan to secede from the Asian country.
We have firm will, sufficient confidence, and sufficient ability to defeat any form of Taiwan independence separatist plan. We will never allow anyone, any organization, any party, in any time, in any way, to separate any piece of China's territory from China.
Xi Jinping made the remarks in a speech at the beginning of the Communist Party Congress. He said China firmly defends its state sovereignty and territorial integrity. Xi added that Chinese people are also firmly opposed to any territorial breakaway. Now, the president further called on the party to spare no efforts to preserve the nation's interests. The twice-a-decade Congress is expected to enhance Xi's powers and grant him a second five-year term as Secretary General of the Communist Party. Crossing over to Ontario, joined by political commentator Mr. Jason Unruhe. Thank you so much for being with us. Your take, tell us the significance of the remarks that the Chinese president has said in dealing with Taiwan.
Well, I think that this definitely comes at a time when the U.S. is really pushing itself with the THAAD missile system inside of Korea. There is a great threat to the Chinese territory that is coming from the United States. I mean, Taiwan has attempted to break off from the rest of China since the Communist Revolution in 1949, and I don't see that attempt, while particular nationalists are in power inside of Taiwan, changing anytime soon. There is a definite pull between both the United States and China in the region right now. China has managed to gain great spheres of influence from their different approach than the United States takes to the rest of the world. And the U.S. is growing very concerned about that. And there's definitely an element of the U.S. trying to gain whatever territory is a kind of one-upsmanship, or maybe even a kind of trophy in keeping Taiwan in such a separate state. Taiwan has been a client state of the United States since that communist revolution when Chiang Kai-shek fled the country after Mao Zedong declared victory, and has since then been basically just doing whatever the United States tells them to. And in this situation, I think it's the U.S. interfering once again, and Xi Jinping sees no good in that.
And now what? With the situation, when we look at China, as you said, it's the United States and China basically trying to divide these spheres of influence, but becoming more and more overlapping. What do you see as the future of Taiwan? When we look at what the Chinese president has said, it appears that perhaps no longer they're going to allow Taiwan to remain in that American sphere.
Oh, that's definitely something that China has wanted to do for a very long time now. They have wanted to recapture Taiwan as a part of their country. I mean, it is very obvious that it is. They are Chinese people. They speak Chinese. They have the same history. They were a part of the country until 1949, when it was essentially stolen by the United States. And I think China has always been very anxious to get that back as a part of them. Not only are those people Chinese, they're part of the same people, but I mean, this is part of the same territory as well. This has always been a thorn in the side of the honor of China, that this island has been kept away from them when it's rightfully theirs by the United States. And this has always been a very contentious issue. There's always been great tensions between Taiwan and mainland China.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, political commentator out of Ontario, Mr. Jason Unruhe.